right? But we're gonna get started here in a second. I'm just gonna... We going? Okay,
Yeah,
so hey guys, let me turn the music down. Listen guys, Dave Sharp here, co-founder of Empower Network, and you're actually gonna just go on a ride with us real quick, okay? I'm in the car with, you know, my good friend Kim, she's in the back seat, and then of course the man, the myth, the legend, you guys know him as David A. Carter. Okay, go ahead and say hi, bro.
Hey, what's up?
Because I'm going to talk to the people here for a second and just kind of, we're riding I'm taking Dave over to the airport. But check this out. Okay, we're rolling here real quick in the range, right? You pop down here. But why do I say we're rolling in the range? Is because when I first got started, this was actually I was rolling in a Ford F-150, old 1990 gray rust bucket. There's absolutely nothing wrong with Fords. If you drive a Ford, it's great. Chevy, I don't care. I don't even care if it's got rust on it. But this truck in particular had so much rust on it, when I would go over like 40 miles an hour, big chips would fly off the hood, and I mean it created it created problems for me sometimes because these paint chips were so big. But anyways, so here's what I want to. So that's the first thing I'm going to say about freedom, because that's what we're going to talk about here for a couple of minutes. You know, I went in a couple, like 2.5 years from, you know, struggling, you know, near damn broke. And of course, those of you who know my story before that, I was homeless and on the streets and struggling with more than just being broke. But a few years ago now it's been, I was driving an old rusty Ford F-150, and then I just bought this car cash the other day. You know what I'm saying? No car payment. You know, so that's the number one thing that I want to tell you first and foremost, that you can do anything you want to do, you can have anything you want in life, but you just got to be willing to do what it takes to be able to get it. Here's a second thing that I want to talk about, because this video is not actually about me, it's about Dave. And if you've been following Dave for any period of time, and I know it's a little dark or whatever, but we're actually rolling here in Tampa, and I'm going to tell you why we're driving and where we're driving to here in a second. But those of you who've been following Dave, which if you're not following him consistently, reading his emails, you know, keeping track of what he's doing, I met Dave recently just in Atlanta, right? You drove all the way down from DC, right?
Right.
That's what I recognized in Dave when he told me that he had come all the way down from DC, was simply a guy who was living what he was talking about. See, the problem with this industry, guys, is that so many times we're selling something, we're talking about living the dream, we're talking about doing these things, but we're not actually doing them, right? We're confined, we're on the phone all day, we're grinding, we're trying to drag grandmas or our mother-in-law or our neighbors or whatever to a meeting or something, and you know, then we get to the meeting and some boring guy in a suit stands up in front of the room and bores everybody, puts them to sleep, nobody buys, and it's a horrible time. Well, what Dave did was he said, Dave's doing a meeting, Dave Sharp, he's doing a meeting down, a little mastermind training event down in Atlanta, and you know, I'm just gonna pop and I'm gonna go to the training, right? And I was like, this guy's badass. You know, if you want a PG version, this is probably not the video for you, because I might drop a couple. Who knows? We're just getting started. But anyways, I looked at Dave and I said, you know, and we actually went out to dinner after that. We hung out, we chilled. I looked at Dave. I said, this guy is actually living what he's talking about. He's actually living the dream. He's doing what we are trying to accomplish here, which is teach people how to live a free life and make a lot of money doing it. So anyways, I do another training, like mastermind event here in Tampa, because we're down in Tampa, right? You don't live in Tampa, you live in DC. So I think you guys see what I'm alluding to here. I didn't actually know Dave was coming. He didn't call me up. He wasn't like, Dave, I'll be down in Tampa, you know, looking forward to seeing you. Dave said, I feel like going down to Tampa. I'm going to hop on a plane, and I'm going to go down to Tampa, and I'm going to hang out for the freaking night, and then I'm going to fly back. Let me roll the window so you guys can make... Guys, I want you to think about that for a second. I want you to think about how big and important that is. Guys, you want to be getting and learning and hanging around people who can help you live your dreams and who are actually preaching or living what they're preaching, guys. And Dave is one of those people who's just doing that. So here's what I'm going to tell you on this video, okay? There's a lot of people out there who are doing a lot of different things. They're saying a lot of different things, but what they're living doesn't match what they're talking about. And this doesn't mean that you have a job or don't have a job. It doesn't mean that you're doing meetings or not having meetings. It doesn't mean that you're you know, you're on the phone or you're not on the phone. It's, can you do what you want to do, and do you enjoy doing it, and you're living a free life? Guys, Dave popped on a plane, freaking came down there. He's sitting in the front row, and I'm like, Dave, what are you doing here? He's like, felt like coming down, bro. Here's how big that is. And of course, then I was like, yo, he was like, you know, you want to pop more? I was like, for sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let me take you for a ride over to the airport and pop you back on this plane real quick. Guys, I don't want to, I can't say this enough, but when you see somebody who's doing that, you need to get with them. You need to figure out what they're doing to be able to do those things, and you need to just jump in their back pocket. And Dave is one of those type people who you need to jump in their back pocket and you need to do what they're doing. Dave, I mean, you know, what is the difference between what you're doing now and the difference in what maybe you were doing a year ago?
Well, I had a horrible situation. Got into a real bad accident with a Ford Expedition. That was actually my truck, 2004. And you know, that totally changed my entire life. You know, I didn't know where to go from there. And I tried so many businesses and so many opportunities. It was unreal. It was like starting over from square one.
You were that guy who was doing everything under the sun.
That's it.
Me too.
So I had no direction until I seen Power Network. And, you know, anytime Dave says I'm doing anything.
Do you know what flight you're on? You know what flight you're on?
U.S. Airway.
Okay.
So I said, I definitely got to come and see Dave Sharp because, you know, he inspired me to do so much things that he don't even know that it's unbelievable.
And I mean, the other thing is you know that, you know, if you get involved in Empower, we're not going to tell you to do something that you don't want to do. And we're going to encourage you to be who you are and, you know, go out there and not change who you are to, you know, make a buck. And, you know, I noticed that in you, that, you know, you're being yourself, you're doing what you want to do, and you're feeling good about it.
Absolutely.
Can I just add something in here, because I didn't realize that you were actually the one from DC, and, you know, when you join a network marketing company, you know, you want to join someone that's committed and that's like all in mentally, physically, you know, like that's what they think about day and night. And for you to get on a plane, you know, from DC for an event that lasts, you know, about 3 hours, 4 hours, I mean, that's commitment right there. I mean, if you want success in this industry, you have to join people that are as committed as Dave is. And I mean, what better person to join, in my opinion, than Dave, because he's all in, he's playing the game, he's attending the events, and give this guy a call.
Yeah, don't even give him a call. Just sign up, because what Dave's going to teach you to do is Dave's going to teach you how you can have people signing up automatically, whether you talk to them or not. So just get in and then get involved with his team, what he's doing. I see what he's doing. Get involved. You want what he has. You want to be able to do those kind of things. Just trust me, you do, because everybody does. And you know, just connect with him after you join, and don't just join, but get all in. Guys, this is Dave Sharp. Appreciate you, love you. There's nothing more that I can say about that than, because the proof is in the pudding. You know, so just get in. Don't even be a weenie about it. Just get in and get in with this guy today, because this is one of the guys who, you know, you are going to hear the success stories. And I told this story in, you know, in our training event about, you know, how when I first went up to people, when I first got started, and they were like, no, Dave, and, you know, we happen to have the same name, so it's kind of cool, but they were like, no, Dave, you know, that sounds dumb, that sounds stupid. And guys, less than 2 years later, a year later, I'd quit my job, and I was actually 6 months into it. I had quit my job. A year later, I was full-time free, doing what I wanted to do. Guys, 2.5 years later, I was making 6 figures a month. Guys, I was doing the same exact thing, actually not as much as Dave's doing inside of his business. So what I can tell you guys is just take action, get in, don't be a weenie, go with your heart here, get out of your own way, don't overthink this, get involved. We'll see you on the inside. It'll be the best decision in your life, and you'll finally start surrounding yourself with people who will believe in you until you can believe in yourself if you're having issues with that right now, and who will show you how to make a whole lot of money and do whatever hell you want to do. If you want to pop on a plane, come down to Tampa and hang out, then you can pop on a plane with Dave and just do that and be badass. Peace.
Peace.